Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here with MGS Coaching Football. First, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, and secondly, it's my 38th year coaching football. I've either been a defensive, offensive, or special teams coordinator, as well as a head coach at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I want to talk to you about one of our 11 pressure checks, and that would be 11 personnel, one back, one tight end, that we call Bruins, which if you look up here in the top left corner, Bruins is specific to 11 pressure checks. Again, 11 personnel, offensive personnel, because we utilize the four big New England professional teams. And so Bruins is our hockey team. If you're not familiar with the Boston Bruins, hockey combines both speed, the go, as well as power, which a combo is a go and a plug combined. So that's why we use Bruins. So when I signal Bruins and I just simulate a slap shot, clap, right? This is what it means. And again, I'm going to bring in the concept of a pressure check. What it means is it's our base 3-4 front 50. The combo is a ram, so Rover and Mike, stick, trio. So it's all of that, including who picks up the halfback. In this case, it's always going to be the backer. And it automatically was spinning the safeties to get a seventh defender in the box on the snap, and it's a one high look, okay? And so the concept of pressure checks builds in why, meaning specifically in second and third and long, when they go 11 personnel, so they substitute and we signal that they've got 11, our kids are schooled that they're thinking pass first because it was 75% pass. This is the University of New England, an up-and-coming program at the time. Now they're a legit program. Their protection was a six-man where the halfback always fit in opposite the tight end. So in this diagram, it's a left and it's a rip. So I have the halfback east and away means from the tight end, whether it was away in west two or pistol, the halfback always ended up away from the tight end and all the pass protection. Okay. And then coupled with that, 70% of their 72% of their run game was to the tight end as well. Okay. So they had a heavy tendency in terms of protection as well as run. So for us, the pressure check built in all of those statistical data. It built in we wanted to have 7 in the box. It built in that we wanted to, in this case, attack the tight end side of pass pro as well as run. Okay, the reason we have 4 different pressure checks for each personnel group, it enables us to give a different look, meaning in one game, maybe we're going to highlight one particular defender in all 4 pressure checks, whether it's the rover, the Mike, the back of the dime, might be a safety. But against the University of New England, they're so well coached and they pay attention that in all the 4 of the pressure checks, we highlight a different defender. So now it keeps them guessing. Okay. And so the reason we wanted to run Bruins this week against New England, it was better overall versus the tight end run game, including draw. Okay, one of the plays that didn't necessarily go to the tight end was the draw because it would hit back here in the A or the B gap, okay, away from the tight end. We wanted to get a 7th defender in the box because even though only 25% of the time they ran it, overall run first was their modus operandi this particular year, 2018. Okay. And then we definitely, when the ball was being thrown, we wanted to attack the tight end side of the pass protection. Okay. So I'm going to focus on that right now. The pass protection, halfback fit away from the tight end, B gap to C gap. Okay. The tackle away from the tight end was big on big with the man on or to the outside. The guard on the away from the tight end was responsible for A gap, center, man on to A gap, guard, man on to B gap, tackle, man on to C gap. Tight end was one of their dudes. He was always out in the pass pattern. Okay, so by spinning the safeties in trio, we had both seventh man in the box, sky support near the line of scrimmage, and we also had a safety who was as or more athletic than the tight end playing hot on him, so he was not posing a problem. Okay, and we had deep help in the middle. So the way we attack the protection, well, first of all, let me get to the nose. The nose had the green light this week, and this is all built into the pressure check. If the guard was coming down heavy, meaning he turned fully facing, we told the nose he had the ability to cross his face into B gap or beat him up the field into the A gap. So we gave our nose the ability to have a two-way go against the University of New England. The stick by the defensive end call side, hence what's meant by first, he's got to get there, and we want him sticking A gap and staying in A gap and not crossing the face of the center in case the nose decided to stay in A gap. So this was a by design, stick the A gap no matter what, penetrate hard up through the A gap, by chance hoping to pull the guard with him because he's going to cross his face. Okay. And it doesn't show it here, but we even wanted him to gain ground on a pass set to threaten the guard in the B gap area and therefore at least occupying him. So the Mike linebacker, hence Ram, Rover, and Mike, right? We're specifying who's blitzing, even if they're on the same side. It's still a go and a plug. He's going second. He's just taking one quick lateral step. As soon as the defensive end crosses his face, boom, he is plugging hard right off his butt. We want that to mesh if at all possible. Okay, and there's no readout. He's going to execute this. Both guys, all these guys are executing it, run or pass. Okay, and then boom, he is ripping off the butt of the defensive end right through the B gap. And the hope is, again, in pass, that the guard will at least be occupied or if not temporarily blinded, freeing the B gap for our Mike linebacker. Because we knew for sure that this tackle was going to be blocking C, and on a pass, the rover now kicks into he has contain because no longer is it Sky because he's occupied with the tight end. And so we're hoping to pull him away, occupying the guard, and literally freeing up blitzing plug B gap linebacker against the protection tight end side. Okay. And so, again, a pressure check, everything's built in. You don't have to tweak anything. So, regardless of where the back was, away, two, and pistol, the backer had him. That also made it secure versus draw, made it secure versus halfback screen, which they would do time and again if they thought there was pressure coming. Okay, and this kid was very good with, he had escapability. Pressure checks allow you to teach the tendencies of your opponent as it's specific to each particular pressure check and why you're doing it. Again, this generation wants to know why they're doing things. Okay, and again, you got to be efficient with your practice time. I've said this in almost every presentation. If your drill inventory is too big, too many, you can't rep them all and be good at it. Well, we prefer to be excellent at it, and that's where our pressure checks come in. Okay, and even at like a halftime or in the middle of a game adjustment, we can tweak, tell the nose, no, not a two-way go anymore. We want you to stay in the A gap, and this is why. Okay, something like that, or we'd say, now we want you to stick B all the time, and this is why. Okay, so again, the pressure check makes it simple to make adjustments as well. Build in all the tendencies, so you're teaching your kids everything specific to your game plan, and that's one of the many reasons why we like to use pressure checks. Okay, as always, please, I hope you subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, I hope you reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com because I'd love to talk football with you.